Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see Jordan Love. He's 4th in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Packers and the Cards. All that and more coming up next.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And so good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. You know, partner, sometimes teams get off to slow starts, and that's the case for these teams we're going to see here. Both under 500. Not critical yet, but you can't wait too long to try to get this thing turned around.
And I know it sounds crazy, Mike, but here we are, and it's only October. There's a long way to go. But this feels like a really important game, and I think that was the sense that both coaches told us all week when we had a chance to meet with them. They said, we're not trying to panic. We're not trying to put the cart before the horse, but
we are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals come out. They're led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray, first overall pick in 2019. Wows you with those highlight plays over the years. Off the injury, Greg, the Cardinals quarterback, is once again the exciting Kyler Murray.
well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Now he'll run it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Benson. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Adrian Cooper, the rookie, is there on the tackle. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try and run here with Benson. And that'll move the sticks. That's a first down to the 45-yard line. Murray gonna hand this to Benson. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff, running left is Benson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Adrian Cooper, the rookie, is there on the tackle. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here comes the pack, and here comes Jordan Love. 5th season as quarterback, but Greg just his 2nd as a starter, waited his turn, and had a really good first year as a starter.
We have the luxury each week, Mike, of sitting down with these players and really getting a behind-the-scenes look at what makes them so good and what makes them tick. And, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring the fan kind of behind the curtain and let them see for themselves what we see firsthand? And, man, it would only take a couple minutes for you to realize just what kind of leader this guy is. You would never know he threw 3 touchdowns last week. All he wanted to talk about was the costly interception and the couple plays he left out there. That's why they rally around him. The better he plays, the better the team plays. They need more consistent performances from him to get the rest of this team to do their part.
There's the former Raider. They signed him back in March. It's Josh Jacobs. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On play action, Love. He's across midfield. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone.
He is in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. He'll start at the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense, and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's the 1st-round rookie out of Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He finds his man. It's Dortch. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Benson. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Benson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A give. Here's Benson. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Andrew Cooper, the rookie, is there on the tackle. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Love to throw it on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. In motion, Reed. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And the drive will continue. Good run down to the 44 and a 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 5. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, it's Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
A short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Love. And he's in. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Packers. Out comes Sly for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Packers move out on top, 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is the veteran Preston Smith. Works his way in there for the sack. Now Murray on 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. We are through one. 14-0 is our score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Here's Blake Gillikin now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The next drive about to start as we take a look ahead to what's coming up the next couple of nights. Starting tonight, Sunday Night Football, it's the Bengals and Giants at MetLife Stadium, 8:20 East. A big hole. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Now it's Murray. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Murray. Pass pulled in by Carter. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now Murray. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Arizona. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
On 2nd down, Love. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
The rest of this game is all going to come down to getting stops. You find yourself down pretty big here in the first half. You have to get the ball back to your offense as many times as possible, but you can't keep giving up scoring drives, whether it's field goals or touchdowns. You need punts. You need takeaways. Give your offense a chance to start climbing back.
Now Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run, and here's Benson. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And after that last run by Trey Benson, Mike, you can really see the qualities that has these Arizona Cardinals coaches so high on this running back. I mean, last year, 14 rushing touchdowns in 2023, a career high in college. He can get downhill. He's strong. He's big. He really has everything you're looking for in an NFL back.
That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On 3rd down, Murray. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Cardinals are on the board now here in this 2nd quarter.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. On first down, it's Love. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Now Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Throwing on second down, Love. That complete to Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
There's a ton of time left in this game. They don't need to feel like this is desperation mode, but they do feel the urgency to get stops, and that sack's going to go a long way to getting them off the field here. Continue to come away giving up no points, give the ball back to your offense, and see if they can start chipping away. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Dortch now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Jones. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Play action. It's Murray. This one downfield. Taken in by Higgins. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now give up the middle. It's Benson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
On the zone read, a give to Benson. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. On second down, it's Benson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, they go with Benson. He's going nowhere, that call not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Benson. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Love to throw. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Love to throw on 1st and 10. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Running is Jacobs. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Nice pickup there by Jacobs, and I really like this signing this offseason, Mike. I mean, with the departure of Aaron Jones going to Minnesota, they know how important that backfield is alongside Jordan Love. Can he help this Packers offense take that next step forward? And certainly done his part so far.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Love to throw it on 1st down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
A 2nd down throw for Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction.
And he's into the end zone. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Slice extra point, up and good. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First down throw for Murray. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Raiders' kick is good. And the Cardinals cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Halftime now at Lambeau. And the Packers are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the AFC South. It's Indianapolis on the road at Tennessee. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. The former Bengal, Joe Mixon, with a touchdown run. It was an excellent first half from quarterback Jordan Love. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told. And he's likely not done yet.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out there. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. In motion, Reed. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, Love. That's to the sideline and intercepted. That's the safety, Budda Baker.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. They run out of the gun with Benson. And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. Javon Bullard, there on the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try and run here with Benson. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And he's going to have the Cardinals' 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down. Murray going to hand this to Benson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Murray. Quick hitting slant there. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. On the handoff, this is Benson. And the Cardinals have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line. Here's a run. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he's in. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Arizona. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
So a big one there to start the drive. 53 yards.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's to Dobbs again.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On second down, Love. And the Packers are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Now Jacobs. This defense back up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. Third and goal. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun on third down, it's Love. To the goal line and in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. He's going to run it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down. Now Murray. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Straight ahead, they go with Benson. We'll get this to about midfield. Adrian Cooper, the rookie, is there on the tackle. Here's a third down and 4. Murray looking to throw. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Now Murray. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Murray on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And that is no good. He missed it. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On first down, it's Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run it to the right here with Jacobs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, it's Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A short gain there, down to the 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Love. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Sly's kick is good. And the Packers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A run with Benson. Uh-oh. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need...
Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Love to throw. That's Dobbs open left side.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. In motion, Reed. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Running is Jacobs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Throwing is Love. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Love to throw it on 1st down. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's got the 1st down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Now he takes, and he will score. Jordan Love, touchdown, Green Bay. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Slice extra point, up and good. And the Packers will add one more onto their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Play action. It's Murray. He's going to tuck it and go. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Cardinals first down. On play action, Murray. He connects downfield to Dortch. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now a 2nd down throw for Murray. The ball comes out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Now Murray on 3rd and long. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Murray. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Doubs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll run with Jacobs. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Here's Jacobs. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. And they'll try it now with Jacobs.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
That complete to Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Here's Love. That's hauled in at the 2. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
3rd and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut, take him down for a loss.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll try and run for it. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Sly now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers stretch things out even further. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Dortch now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And now it's 4th down. The Cardinals line up for a punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
So, it's a win for the Packers. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.